What's going on, everybody? Sports Player 2.0 Daniel here. And guys, this is my NBA playoff bracket. Let's see how this one shapes out. The NBA, I did this one for the NHL, and now it's time for the NBA playoffs. So here is my 2021 NBA playoff bracket. So in the first round, I have the Utah Jazz beating the Memphis Grizzlies in 4 games. I think they're going to sweep the Grizzlies. Sorry, Grizzlies fans, but Utah is way too tough, and I think you guys will get swept in 4 games against the Utah Jazz. Then I have the LA Clippers beating the Dallas Mavericks in 7 games. This one's going to be a very tough series, and it's going to be very close, and I think the LA Clippers come up on top in Game 7 of the first round and beat the Dallas Mavericks here in 7 games. So give me the Los Angeles Clippers over the Dallas Mavericks in 7 games. Next, we have the Denver Nuggets beating the Portland Trailblazers in 6 games. This is another one that could go either way, but I have the Denver Nuggets beating the Portland Trailblazers in 6 games. Then I got the Phoenix Suns in a 7-game series. Yes, 2 versus 7. It's still going to be tight because LeBron James is really good. And I believe that this will go 7, but I do have the Phoenix Suns beating LeBron James. So, yeah, even though they're the 7th seed, I still think they will battle hard against the Phoenix Suns. So, the Phoenix Suns will win this series in 7 games, I believe. Going on to the east side of things, I have the Philadelphia 76ers winning the series against the Washington Wizards in 5 games. I think the Philadelphia 76ers will win this series in 5. I do have Washington winning 1 game, and that game will be at their home in Washington. So I think the Philadelphia 76ers will win this series in 5 games. Then I have my New York Knicks. My New York Knicks finally made the playoffs for the first time in like 8 years. They finally made it. And the New York Knicks are in the playoffs. I can't believe I'm saying that, but they're in the playoffs. And I have my New York Knicks beating the Atlanta Hawks in 7 games. I think the Atlanta Hawks will battle, but I do have my New York Knicks coming up on top in the 7th game. So I have the New York Knicks in 7. Then I have the Milwaukee Bucks over the Miami Heat in 6 games. I think this one will be a good series to watch. The Milwaukee Bucks versus the Miami Heat. The Milwaukee Bucks I do have coming up on top in 6 games. Then I have the Brooklyn Nets in 6 games. I hate saying it because I'm a Knicks fan and I don't like the Nets, but I do have the Brooklyn Nets in 6 games. Then in the second round of these playoffs, I have the Utah Jazz over the Los Angeles Clippers in 6 games. I think the Jazz are a really good team, and I think the LA Clippers will battle, but I do have the Utah Jazz coming up on top in 6 games. And then I have the Phoenix Suns, another great series against the Denver Nuggets, and I do have them coming up on top in 7 games. This is going to be a great series to watch. The Denver Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns, great series. And then in the east side of things, I have the Philadelphia 76ers beating my New York Knicks. I know I love the Knicks, but this was a great year for us, and we're not quite there yet, but we are on the verge of going far in the next few years. So not this year, but I like to see the progress with my New York Knicks. So the Philadelphia 76ers will win this series against the New York Knicks in 7 games. And then I have the Milwaukee Bucks beating the Brooklyn Nets. Take that, Nets fans. The Bucks will beat you in 6 games. And then in the Western Conference final, you have the Utah Jazz versus the Phoenix Suns, and I do believe that the Phoenix Suns will beat the Utah Jazz in 6 games. Another great series to watch, 1 versus 2, and the Phoenix Suns will pull the upset I'm quoting upsets because it's not really an upset because it's 1 versus 2. So I have the Phoenix Suns beating the Utah Jazz in 6 games. And then in the East, we have the Philadelphia 76ers beating the Milwaukee Bucks in 6 games. Just like the West, I do believe the 76ers will come up on top in 6 games. And then in the NBA Finals, we have the Phoenix Suns versus the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Phoenix Suns will win the NBA Finals 2021, in my opinion. I think they will win it in 6 games over the Philadelphia 76ers. So there you guys have it. The Phoenix Suns are my 2021 NBA champions. Let me know who your champion is down in the comments section. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.